done today is eat. Okay, I guess I don't need my paperwork. Oh, guys, I am so sorry. My couple minutes, of course, turned into more than that. Yeah, that's Barb down there. She's feeding Ramsey. And, little, is he still there? Yeah. Nugget, sorry, I was distracted by the driveway, is helping himself. So, folks, just wanted to give you an update on, oh no, here he comes. On yesterday, I got a phone call from a friend of mine who works for the, oh, you guys are so very patient with me. We have a friend of ours that works for the county, and she's always on all these back roads, and she's one of them that plows and keeps our roads safe, and just a wonderful person.
Summer and winter.
Summer and winter. She works her little fanny off for this county. And yesterday she called, or she texted me, and she said she was taking a break, and they walked off, the side of the road, of course, and there's a cemetery, and it's an old cemetery way off the road, and they were sitting there having their snack, and she thought she saw what she thought was a dead raccoon, and then she walked over to see it and realized it was a cat, and she sent me a picture of it, and I thought, oh dear, this poor thing is not going to survive. And so I told her to bring it in, and she was going to call her friend, who's another wonderful friend of FFRC, to come get the cat and then bring it here. And then she called me right back, and she said they found 2 more. And this is just my thought, my thinking, but it seems like whoever dumped them off at this old cemetery, wherever the cats were at, they just hunkered down and stayed down, because in the dirt it was compressed down with their body, and just kind of a tight little form around them. And the one, I thought it was not alive, and the other one looked really bad. I mean, they just had their heads tucked down and into themselves, into the dirt. So they brought them, and surprisingly, she had the truck warming up, and they had blankets around them, and they were pretty good shape by the time they got there, or got here. And so there's 3 of them, and full of fleas, major fleas. Ugh. And they were dehydrated, starving, and dirty, but very nice. And one of them I noticed had a ear tip, so we shaved the tummy, and sure enough, there was the green tattoo that Humane Ohio uses. So chances are very, very, very high that gray cat came through our system at some time. And that's one of them that was just laying there and just barely visible to see the eyes. I had a picture of that one, and the eyes, it looked like that stagnus that the eyes do back and forth. But they all seem to be doing good. They've all been tested individually. They're all negative, loaded with fleas, so they got a Capstar. And then after the Capstar did his job, then we gave them all baths, and they were very bad. The smallest one, youngest one, probably has the flea allergy dermatitis, and the skin is just raw in places, probably just from the flea bites. So we got rid of the fleas. We gave the dewormer, the first one, and this morning, or last night, after their baths, we did their Bordetella, and today they got their distemper, and they're doing pretty good. They're not afraid. They're very, very sweet. So why they ended up how they did in the cemetery, I will never know. Sometimes, you know, there's some cats that we wish upon wishes that we knew what the real story is that happened to them, but we probably won't know. But somebody had to have loved these kitties somewhere. So the biggest one is a 8-pounder. I don't know ages yet. I haven't looked at the teeth real well yet. But that one's all gray, and she is so regal. She's the one that's spayed. She'll sit there, and she just, when you stroke her, she just kind of holds herself up, and she's just so, so sweet. And then the second one is a long-hair brown tiger tortie blend, and she's beautiful. She had a lot of mats. We got those all cut out, shaved out, and she's, what was she, 5 pounds something, and these were all thin. These guys were all dehydrated and thin. And then the youngest, I would put her, they're all 4 girls, I would put the youngest at probably 5 months, 6 months, but I believe she only weighed like 4 pounds. They were super hungry, and this morning when we fed them, I about wanted to cry because the tortie tiger just, she was beyond herself in consuming the food, and I finally had to put her down below because she inhaled every drop and piece of food that there was there. But the youngest is white with gray, and she's a talker. She likes to yabber with us, and it's so nice to be clean, isn't it? It's like, you know, when you bathe them and you get mud and dirt off of them, and you also get the bloody stuff from the flea dander. It gives you much satisfaction in knowing that that cat is going to feel better just from a bath alone. So today they got their distemper, and they'll get their physicals probably tomorrow. There's no way we'll do surgeries on them right now because they're not in the best of health yet. So I just wanted to give you an update. I do not have names for them yet. I've got all the Measers over in Patty's place right now because I needed to get them out of the surgery room and have them be comfortable in there, which they are already pretty comfortable. But I gotta keep an eye on them in there, and I want them to anchor that room as their home base like we always do. And tomorrow morning we'll gather up all the kitties we're gonna have for surgery. Do I have my list over there? Now there's way more kitties than what we'll probably get done.
There's a little list.
No.
There's a white list.
No. But those are lists.
They are.
We will, of course, get all the boys done, and top priority on the girls are those that are already spoken for. So we'll take it from there. I'm not sure about the Measers because you all know they have a tiny little cold, and I don't like to chance things, so we'll see what happens with them. I don't have names for them yet, and I don't have for sure ages yet on them, but I will. I'll get that. It's been busy, crazy, and Monday we're going to have little wings on our shoes. Monday we have Humane Ohio, so that means check in and check out. We have 2 kitty cats, Cliff and Jackson, going up to Dr. Darcy's for their much needed dentals. Finally, their surgery date is almost here. And
You're first.
Vernon. Also that date we have a meeting here. We also have adoptions that day, and I also have I believe some families scheduled to come in and visit the kitties and see who they would like to adopt possibly. Oh, and I do have news. I have another update. Our wonderful little Zakari boy, I want to call him Dickens now. What's my other pet name for him?
I don't
Pistol.
know.
Pistol boy. He's got an awesome new home that I'm tickled to death about. He's got really a neat family he's going to be going into. So, yeah, Pistol. Zakari. Yep, Zakari Pistol boy. He will be leaving fairly soon too because he will be getting spayed or neutered on Saturday too. Aw, thank you, Patricia.
Come on, kitties. Babies,
All
you
right.
need to learn to come.
Yes, kitties, you better listen to Barb. Come on, kitties. Where's the rest of ya? Come on. And here's one of them. Here's one of the Measers that's not in the room. Oh my gosh, I love this boy. This was when they first came. He was the second shyest of the group of 6. And he says, I was just scared. I didn't know who anybody was. Didn't know anything about how to live underneath a house. Not anymore, huh? Yeah, this is Coffee. Yeah, and on Monday, hey Jim, I was going to ask you, since you're here that morning, would you be willing to take the 2 boys into Dr. Pettigrew's, pretty please? I should not put you on the spot like that, but
Don't say no.
Kaz is one of the Lynx Point, Mary, but Kaz is the little bit shorter furred one. Yeah, kind of the cream, and a little bit shorter fur than what the other 2 girls are. Thank you, Jem. Thank you. Nugget, see the brown little, maybe I can point to it. This is hard to do. There, that thing right there, he's inside there. It's hard to point to things. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, Baz. All right, down you go, big boy. Your day's tomorrow, too, you cross-eyed thing. You've seen his eyes, Barb? His eyes?
Yes, I did notice. Yes, they
Yeah.
go up, right?
Yeah, they're a little goofy. Oh, Coffee is wonderful. Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot, Jim, but... Yeah, thank you, Jim. Who is the... Oh, dear. Oh, my. Who is the tiger with the wide black stripe on head? Oh, my gosh, mighty cat. Wait a minute. I don't know. Do you mean cat or kitty? Because if you mean kitten, there's a... I'm quite sure there's 1,000 brown tiger kitties in here. But I have to sort them out because I have...
See that computer going in there.
I have to look at each one, first check and see if it's a boy or a girl. So that kind of categorizes them in my head. And then I have to check and see if the tail is tipped. That puts them in another category. Some of them have already been, one boy's been neutered, so I can tell him. Another boy is not neutered, so we know him, except tomorrow that changes. And then some of them I have shaved a little rectangle on their chest, so I have them in certain categories. And most of them I can pretty much tell by looking at them, but I cannot get them mixed up. We have to keep them straight because they all have their own records. Oh, in the crown bag? Hey, which one are you? Which one are you? Okay, this is Ellen. This is Ellen. Yeah, see, I'm Butch Ellen. I'm Butchess. Huh. Isn't she adorable? Yeah, that's going to be a trivia quiz for all of you. if they have Post-it notes, it's because CDOT has continually stole my Post-it notes. And you know, my Post-it notes are very, very valuable to me. I have lots of important notes written down on my desk that I have to keep track of. And that little Dickens, he runs off with them. Yeah, him's a stinker. Yeah, say, my name is Ellen, E-L-L-A-N. Huh?
Anything more than just one black inky needs his toes clipped.
Uh-oh, yep. Probably next week we ought to have a nail trim day again.
Nail clipping party?
A clipping party, yep. She has a home and will be leaving with Amon, the little black boy, little black kitten. Isn't she pretty? She's so beautiful. Yeah. Are you just so relaxed?
Can I interrupt for a sec?
Surely.
You want fresh food in Patty's place?
Canned food, yeah.
And in back as well with those?
Yeah, just don't overdo it for them back there. Yeah, because their tummies are, because they've shrunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Good. All right, well, I've got to head back and, oh boy. Got to make sure we've got most of the things ready for surgery tomorrow and get that done. You're very welcome. All right, Ellen. Little Miss Ellen, say bye-bye. Isn't she beautiful? And Mary Archibald will be here tonight. Yay! I love Friday's bar.
You got the bestest volunteers on Fridays.
I do. I
And
love 'em.
Wednesdays.
All right, I'm going to head
And
over
Sunday night.
And
What else
Sunday-
am I here?
everywhere.